Hi guys, I'm going to try to keep this under 5 minutes. My last video was 8 and it was way too long-winded. So I'm going to talk fast and hopefully go through all the components of this lesson. So for this lesson I created, my students are writing an essay, which typically isn't very technology based except for writing. But I'm doing something new this year where I've incorporated Google Drive and my students are sharing documents with me and I'm also able to share documents with them. So what we're looking at right now is a step-by-step guide for them to write their essay, and everyone has access to this. You can see I have one student logged in right now, probably working on the essay tonight. So in this lesson, my students have already created a thesis, and so I walk them through how to create subclaims to support their thesis. So in my room, we do not have computers, and so I'm doing a kind of modeling tutorial first in our class, and then we move into the computer lab. So I review a couple slides with them, and I go through an example, um, and then another example which actually applies to their thesis. So I model this to my students. They're working on their own paper, mapping out their thesis and creating their subclaims, which they're going to use later in the lesson. After I model this process, then what I do is I go into my own Google Drive. It's a different account, and I show them how to get there, how to access our folder, and then the daily directions for today. Unfortunately, there's no projector in our computer lab, or else ideally I would be doing this with them so that they can access it together. Many of my students are not used to using Google Drive or have limited knowledge. So the very first thing they're going to do in the lab is watch a tutorial video that I've created to walk them through how to use Google Drive, how to share a document with me, which will be the outline today, and then where to find these resources that I have now shared with them. And so I'm not going to play the video, of course, but this is the folder that has been shared with them. For this lesson, they're going to not only use the daily directions, but they will go into the essay outline, sample. This is an example that I have given to them. And then they're also going to go into the actual essay outline template. And here they have to know how to make a copy of it, title it, share it with me, and then obviously use it for their outline. To grade this lesson, I have created a rubric for them. Let me try to find it here. And it's very simplistic. It's focused on the main components of having the outline fully completed, and then focused on the subclaims and evidence that they provide. So once the lesson is complete, my students are going to finish the outline as homework, and this is a sample of one of my students. They complete the outline for homework. I look over it, I comment on it, use the rubric, give them feedback, and then we continue the essay writing process after that, and then they're going to apply this, of course, to a rough draft, yada, yada, yada. The main things that my students need to be successful with technology is they have to have computer access, which is why we go to the computer lab. They also have to have the knowledge of how to navigate Google Drive, and these components that I've added to our class this year, how to share documents, use the folder. For myself, creating this lesson, I used Google Drive documents, slides, as well as Screenomatic or Screencast-O-Matic, and then I uploaded it to YouTube. And so these were the different pieces of technology that I used. If you have any questions, I'm standing right here. You are welcome to ask me. Thank you.